Good afternoon. My name is Travis Davis, and I am a pacer here at Baker College Prep. We are celebrating Black History Month, and I have brought four of our most, or some of our most dynamic students to kind of share this experience with you. So let's just start from over there and have everyone just introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Taylor.
I'm Jacqueline.
I'm Michaela.
I'm Mamadou.
So, our question today is about Black History Month, what it means to us, how does it impact us personally, and just how we kind of fit into it. I am going to actually just make it really simple and read the lyrics from this song. So, you are all babies, so y'all don't know. So there is a song,
or might not.
Some of y'all may know. Some of y'all old souls, there is a song called To Be Young, Gifted, and Black. And so Donny Hathaway, a couple of artists did it. Nina Simone, Donny Hathaway, even Elton John actually did it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read some of the lyrics to you. When I read the lyrics, I'll just start from tailing and just move on down. And you just tell me when you hear these lyrics, what does it make you think of, and how does it touch you? And the lyrics just basically say, and these are some of, this is not the entire song, is to be young, gifted, and black. Oh, what a precious and lovely dream, to be young, gifted, and black. Open your heart to what I mean. In the whole world, you know, there are billions of boys and girls who are young, gifted, and black. And that's a fact. Young, gifted, and black. We must begin to tell our young, there is a world waiting for you. This is a quest that's just begun. When you feel really low, yeah, there's a great truth that you should know. When you're young, gifted, and black, your soul is intact. So Taylor, when you hear those words, you are a young, gifted, black woman. You are growing into the fullness of your womanhood. Just like, what do those words mean to you in the context of Black History Month? Or you can even just talk about like what Black History Month means to you, like.
I guess just like for me, like Black History Month is like a time where I actually get to learn about my history and stuff, and like not feel like I have to be like a certain kind of black person. Cause like when I at my old schools and stuff, there's like, cause I talked a certain way that I wasn't a real black person because I didn't talk in like the slang and stuff. I talk like a white person because I use slang or like use proper words, or I talk like listen to like different things and like watch different TV shows than everybody else.
So it like helps you establish who you are, your identity. Okay, I get that. Jacqueline, how about you? Like, you heard those words, you lived this experience of being a black woman every day. Like, what is it like for you?
Well, to your question and that lyric, I kind of, personally for me, I write poetry. I really love it. And I had a lot of people support me on it. And I feel like when you are young, gifted, and black, you need those people to like plant the seeds of your talent. You need those people to support you because as a kid, you know, and growing up, it's like you don't really realize or understand that you're talented until people tell you that, because it's like you never really think that, you never associate black with talent. So for me, like everybody supporting me, oh my God, you look so great, keep going, like you'll get better. That really like pushed me to want to be great and want to make black be associated with talent. And then to your point, people always say this, and I totally agree with it, that black women are the most disrespected, undermined people on earth. And that is like at its rarest form. I totally agree with that. I've had so many experiences with people like disrespecting me, doubting me, especially because I'm not lighter. So it's like there's racism and there's colorism, and then it both plays into like the same thing, where it's like this struggle that we have to overcome. And I feel like it makes me super, super strong. Like, go through colorism, oh my God, you're not light enough, you're not good enough. Oh, these white people are better than you. And it's like, well, I'm gonna prove you wrong. Super smart. people tell me that all the time. I see it in my work because I work hard and I know that I work hard. And so like for me, it's like now as I'm growing up, I'm like, I am Black and I am super proud of that. Like I feel like it is so beautiful for us to understand that our strength comes from our struggle. So when I think of Black History Month, I'm like, this is the time to celebrate our strength coming from our struggle, understanding it, respecting it, and loving it, and making it into something so much bigger than just it being this super extreme struggle that we went through.
Wonderful. You two are in a very unique position for very different reasons. You biologically would be listed as a Caucasian or a white woman, but how is your situation different? You have been raised in a Black family. You and your brother. How so? This I know this takes on a unique take for you.
I know most people, like, I think once I start talking, they feel that I'm not white, because I guess, as of what Taylor was saying, people often stereotype between how white people and Black people talk, and how, like, I guess they take their views on that or whatever. But it's like, I guess them believing that and the way I talk is kind of like, oh my God, she must be mixed. But it's just like, my skin is white, but I was raised by a Black family. So me being raised by a Black family, I often have like similar, if not the same, background than regular Black skinned people. So when people judge, it's just like, I feel uncomfortable because they don't really know where I come from and what my story is, and people often like judge. So I often find myself telling people my story to make me, I guess, not make me feel better, but it's just to make them not feel like, make them have knowledge on what they're actually like judging me of.
Right. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
So like, like with you, Mamadou, you are different from all of these students because they were born here in the United States, right? You were born here. I mean, you were born where?
Senegal.
In Senegal. So when you hear about Black History Month in the context of being African, what is that like for you?
To me, it's like, it's something great because, like at first, like I didn't know nothing about Black History Month until I came to America actually, and it was a little different. Like it's like a little different, like out here versus like back in Senegal, where it's like, in America, it's like people. I can say like they take the heritage like very serious. I mean it's like the same. Like they both like in Africa and America, Black people they take their heritage very very serious. And I say that like I don't know how to word it. Like can you say it like one more time?
So I can see what you mean. Like for us, it's very different because in Africa, you kind of take for granted, hey, I know where I come from. And this is my grandfather, great grandfather. And for Blacks in the United States,
it's like they cannot like go back to
we can't trace like that. So I think that's why for us, when you see how seriously we take it, that's what that is. That's because we don't have a lot to hold on to, and we don't have a lot to like go back to. So it's like every little piece of history that we have, and then plus, for you and for, well, I can't really say for you because you identify with being Black because of your family. So it's almost like you're between. For you and biologically for you with your parents and grandparents, you can say, okay, if I trace back, I can go back 300 years easily and find who my grandparents, great-grandparents was. But for Jacquie, Taylor, and I, it would be a struggle, right? Because when you were a slave, you were thought of as property and they didn't keep those kind of records. So probably that's what you see when you see people are like, they really take it seriously. But you were saying that you really didn't learn, about.
Yeah, I really didn't know Black History Month until I came to America. Actually, the middle school I went to, Betty Shabazz, they taught me they taught me like a lot about like black history, like about slavery and all this stuff. Like all I know about slavery up there was that, like all I know is like the slave trade. Like all I know is like some of my ancestors actually, like the white, like Caucasian people, like Europeans, they ain't come and take us up. But the most thing was just that us as people, as Africans, like the most powerful people, we used to fight each other. Like we used to fight wars, and whoever wins took those people and actually trade them as slaves with you. And the slavery, when they say slave to them, they thought it was like for like another way for them just to like take them out the country and then, you know.
But they didn't realize just how brutal
it was, yeah. Because like every single place, like every single country, they have their own way of slavery.
Yeah.
So slavery to them, they thought like it was gonna be as harsh as getting like really beaten and stuff. So and then that's what I learned about when I was in Africa. But then when I came over here, it was just like, oh, I don't know, like I just don't know how to say.
It was just eye opening.
Yeah, it was just eye opening. Yeah, it just like opened my eye really quick.
This has been an amazing interview. So I'm going to give each of you a question. So 10, 20 years from now, each one of you has a son or a daughter, right? So what would you tell your son or daughter in 20 years about being black? Taylor?
I don't know. I think I would probably try. Cause like for me, I wish that like when I was little, that like I wasn't so obsessed with like trying to be like whiter and like trying to have like white people hair and stuff. So like now I'm trying to wear like my natural hair and stuff like more. So like probably tell her to be like proud of that, or him to be proud of that, and like to show them that like even though we don't have a lot of black superheroes, show them like black superheroes, like black people and like TV shows and stuff like that, and to also show them that like not just mental health affects like other like cultures and stuff, like not just like white people, because that's basically how it's portrayed, that it only affects white people, that it could affect like anybody, and so it's not anything to be ashamed of. So.
Jacqueline?
I am really happy that she just said that, because I went through like a personal transformation with my hair, and I just want to like let my kids know every part of being black is beautiful. I remember when I was younger, I used to straighten my hair a lot. My hair was really long, so I would fly my hair a lot. I used to go downtown a lot, and downtown is like a lot of white people, and I'm like, my hair to me was my armor. I was like, if they see my hair look like theirs, they weren't gonna judge me or see me as black. And when I grew up, I'm like, that doesn't make sense at all. They're still gonna see me the way that they see me. And I have to see myself in a different light. I have to find myself beautiful in my curly hair and in my straight hair. And I have to let them know, like, this is a part of where you come from. This is a part of your strength. So, yeah, I just probably told them, like, just be proud of every single thing that you do, because it doesn't matter how you talk, how you dress, what you listen to, whatever you make it, it is black. So I hate when people tell me I talk white. Like, no, that's not a thing. I talk proper. You listen to pop music? That's white music. No, it's pop music. Black people created pop music, recreate so many things, and then people come and adapt to our culture. So it's like, I want them to just know, we created this, we started this. Be proud of whatever you do, because whatever you do, you can make it black.
Wonderful. Mommy, what you gonna tell your babies?
I know for me personally, my kids probably gonna come out mixed or something. But I would remind my child every day what my background was and what their background is, because it's my background. So I would remind them every day, show them pictures of my mom, my sister, my older brothers, and the rest of my family who were black and who I was raised by, and just remind them, like, if someone's, because I know in life I went through like obstacles to where like people tell me, oh, you want to be black and stuff like that, and it's just like, I mean, physically, I guess I look white, but it's just like, mentally, I am black, because that's how my mentality growing up was, and how I was raised. So I connect with a lot of black people. So I would just tell my child, just don't listen to the negative, you know, just, I would tell her or him, like, just as I remind you, just remind yourself where you come from, and you know that. So if don't nobody else know that but you, that's fine.
Wonderful. How about you, sir? What you gonna tell that beautiful boy or girl?
Well, what I would tell my kids is that, like, to be proud of who they are and what they is. Like, as how I was raised not to judge nobody by like the way they are, like the way they look. I was raised to just treat everybody equally, because my family, like my uncles and like some of my cousins, they mix. So my uncle was like, "Damn, you're somewhere." Like, so some of my cousins, they mix. So you know, I didn't grow up with them, but they used to come every time for something to visit, and I never treat them different. Like, oh, my cousin is mixed, so he cannot go hang out with me. No, it's like I see, like when they come, I take them out, I treat them just like, you know, like any other like kid in the neighborhood. And especially when I grew up, it was no such a thing as, oh, your cousin is so mixed, so he cannot hang out with us. It was just like we all treat them equal. So, and for my kids, I want them to grow up like a top environment where they could see like all the races in one spot, where they could like, you know, be proud of who they are, and also share their culture with other people, and just be equal to everybody, and see like all the different race around them, and they could be comfortable, and not just, you know, live in the rural communities, like, you know, how like in Chicago we live in, like you got like the black people on this side, like now I wanna make them just to, you know, just live in a place where it's equality, where they could be raised better. Especially like, and also like for a son, being a black man is hard.
Yeah.
And you know, and I would just want to raise them to the best of my ability, and what's right, what's wrong, and show them that like their action is more like, I don't know how to say it, but just
their actions matter. You mean?
Like, yeah, like their action, like, and their voice matters, especially for my daughter. I want to make sure that like, you could do anything in this world, especially like girls. I really doubt it, and I have sisters, and like I have my sisters like who I really love, and I support them for what they do. Especially my little sister, she plays soccer, and I show her that like she could be better than anybody. She could be better than me, and she could do it. And it's just that I just want them to just go up and be powerful people, and just be respectful, and you know, and be proud of who they are.
Wonderful. Well, I certainly enjoyed this interview. You guys, like, I've known all of you for years, but you guys just amazed me right now. And I know that the people who see this interview will also be amazed at just like your strength, your beauty, your insight, your wisdom. It's just so much. I just really know that the four of you and your classmates will make just an amazing imprint on the world. Not only as black men and women, but just as people. And I'm just so happy to be able to share this with the rest of the world. This will conclude our interview, but just if you're watching this video, just understand that this is Black History Month, and Black History Month is not just in February. It's not just on one day. It is every day, and this is proof of it right here. So we thank you very much, everyone, and happy Black History Month.
Bye.